Hi, I'm Sue. I'm from the Western Monk. This is where Harry, my guide, and I channel messages for you for your transformation and growth. Now, today, Harry was coming through with a message again for the creative. Now, this is for, a musician, an artist, a parent, alternate health worker, or someone in the spiritual sector. Now, if you sit outside of that and you're still creative, let me know, because I'm sorry I didn't mention you. But the thing is, what he's been saying is that you've been using your masculine energy to forge ahead and take action within your creative sphere. So if you're an artist, you've been spending a lot of time on a particular work and you've been putting boundaries around your private life. And you've been focusing on getting this project up and going. The thing about this is now that there's been enough work done. There has been, you can't do any more, and there's been a stagnancy attached to a particular project or kind of experience that you are kind of you're requiring. So what he wants you to do is he wants you to put not a boundary. He now wants you to step into the feminine energy within your project. So he wants you to be attract in the project. So that's a very feminine energy. So outwardly, that would look like you've stopped trying. But in actual fact, you're going to turn that masculine energy and you're going to take it to your personal life. So what you're going to do is if you're an artist, you're going to go to more galleries, you're going to do what inspired you to get into art in the first place. Because I kind of feel like for some of you, you've stopped doing that and there's been a drought in your personal life in that respect. So another example is if you're a parent, if that's your creative work, if family is your creative work, then basically you've been working on kind of providing and just making sure your family is okay. And he's saying that for this collective, you've done a lot. So now you can just be. So it's not like you're going to stop work. You're just going to be. So you're just going to attract different things. Let him take over. And within your personal life, you're going to spend more time with your family, because in doing this, in working for your family, you haven't actually been spending time with your family. So what this balance does, it realigns you in that masculine feminine, which we were talking about yesterday. And it kind of allows you to manifest in a way that is balanced and doesn't come from a delusional state. Where is one part's lacking and the other part's growing. So both energies are completely aligned. Also, it brings in very strong messaging. So basically, if you allow him to take over in that sphere, because you've done all you can, in the action sense, you've done all you can. So just say you just work at a particular job. It is a creative kind of job you work at. So you don't need to do any more. You don't need to strive anymore. You just need to be in that job. But then you turn your focus to your personal life and you start concentrating on the things that brought you to that creative role in the first place, the love of the creative role. Now he's going to support you in this because first of all, this collective has been stagnant for a while, and the fact is that they've been trying, and plus they've been going inward. So you as a tribe have been going inward. You've been getting rid of so much stuff because you think it's you. You've got the right messaging around that. You keep saying to yourself, it's me, it's got to be me. I'm not aligned. And that's kind of right to some respect, because in actual fact, you've lost the love. you've lost the actual love personally, because it's become such a chore and you've spent so much time on it. You really feel like, are you going to walk away? Now he's saying, please, no. That's not what the spirit realm wants you to do. The spirit realm wants you to just reignite this love for this creative project. So if you're a musician and you've been spending a lot of time on producing, like working on music, writing music, producing music, maybe just playing music constantly at gigs, like constantly going to gigs and playing music, but you haven't been to a gig or a concert for ages. You haven't actually sat down in your living room like you used to and just sit and listen to music for the joy of it. He's saying that this is what needs to be done now. This boundary needs to be lifted around your personal love of this creative and now, or this creation, sorry, and now just move forward with what you need to do now, because basically everything that you need to do has been done from your respective in action, and he's going to take over in that action sense. So you just manifest from that space of love in doing, in kind of understanding the love of creation that kind of got you started in the first place, right? If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So when I was talking to him this morning, he showed me the Hermit and the King of Wands. So it was like every time you have time off, you spend time alone, striving and concentrating on this project and this endeavor. Now that boundary needs to be lifted. This is what he's talking about. And that hermit within your private life needs to be lifted. And you now need to kind of step out, showing the world basically what this love is for you and how much you love it. And you start drawing in your own personal tribe. You may have them already, but your own personal tribe that also loves what you love. And this is how you're going to do it. This is how you're going to kind of attract. So with the Empress, this is what he wants you to do on the outside within your professional life. And if you've got a family and that's your creative project, then basically he wants you to work and just be and attract within your work. So within your, whatever you do for a living, that he wants you to just be. Don't do any more overtime. Don't strive anymore. Don't think that you're going to miss out on anything. Just be. Turn your focus into your family and start spending more time on your family, being very present within your family. If that's your creation, okay. This now he's been showing me this for a long time, how these creatives are going to attract what they've been manifesting, but there's just this little bit of imbalance here. Now this speaks about you've been living differently, and maybe that's why you went into hermit mode, because within your area, community space, maybe house even, this is more for those artists in the group. I kind of feel like, or maybe spiritual workers as well and healers, you've been living very differently than to your community. You have different beliefs. And that's why you went into hermit mode, because you started to kind of feel like you were isolated and you were the only one. And so that's why that's what caused this kind of imbalance, because you started to focus on your creation because maybe you had no one to hang out with, right? Or maybe you were just isolated at the time. So, but the thing is that you've done enough work, he's saying, for you to kind of draw in this personal tribe for your own sake, not for business, not for networking, but just for the love of you. And so he wants you to understand that these people are coming. And I feel like with this stagnancy has come a lot of loneliness, because you've put a lot of things on ice, you put a lot of things on hold. and now things are going to move forward. Now, this is you leading. This is you understanding that you live differently. You understand that. And that's probably why, you know, you were in hermit and you were in isolation for a while. And so you just kind of thought, well, I might as well work. I might as well work all I can, right? And so this is you kind of transforming and growing, and then taking that leadership role and kind of letting him bring in this communication. And this communication is definitely coming, but today and this weekend, make sure that you bring this balance into play. And this week, I think between the full moon and the portal, this imbalance has been highlighted a lot. He's been bringing this in nearly every day to me. And me personally, just for me, you know, my space is wellness, mental wellness. And so he's been saying to me, you have not been grounding enough. You've lost your love of grounding, and you need to bring this grounding back in to your space, so you can kind of then lead in this wellness sector. So it's for all of us, right? It's not just for one person. It's for this collective, and truly we are going to kind of see results. And I think this portal is going to be more significant than we think, because this expansion and this push to kind of choose and to choose who we're going to be. Are we going to align personally and professionally? And I think most of us are, right? We're ready for that challenge, and we are definitely doing that, and we have been for a while, but now we need to walk the talk. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next one.